Hello students. In this module we will be just having a explanation, you can say an explanation regarding your composition or essay writing. Now many a times I have told you how you are supposed to write essays, what are the things you have to divide. So here once again revising all those things so that when you write an essay in your exam you have proper idea what and how you have to write an essay and what are the important points that you have to keep in mind. Now when you are supposed to write an essay, first of all, the most important part becomes your selection of the topic. As I have often told you, don't go for picture study. Go for a story writing only if you are very sure that you can develop a very nice, interesting and an original story on that particular topic. Any particular topic which is about story writing, you do not have to write any related story from any book or any movie or any other place you have come across. You don't have to use a borrowed story, borrowed thought over there unless and until you are asked in the topic. So make sure your story writing should be your second last option. If you are making a choice for that, it should be the last one, picture study, and second last that. Then comes your debatable topics. When you are supposed to take sides, it is very important for you to choose a particular topic where you have enough content, enough material, because this is not mandatory that you have to use this particular topic in your essay writing. It is a choice given to you. Unless and until you don't have any other proper topic for you, then you take this, and over here in this topic try to take sides. Many a times children take a debatable topic, and here once you start a topic you take the side for the motion, and then suddenly at the conclusion part you just before that you come against for the topic and then against the topic, and then you try to be taking a middle path in over there. That doesn't solve the purpose, because it only shows that as a debater you are so confused that you don't even know whether what you are trying to be like favoring the motion. You still have a lot of negative points of that and you have no answer to them, and that is that is why you have accepted that you have the motion which is for and against, and you are not sure whether to be standing against it or whether to stand with it, and that is why you have tried to take a middle path. So in your debatable topic, either you are totally for the motion or you are totally against the motion. That is the purpose of having a debate. Nobody wants a middle answer or middle path. Everybody can do that, but you have to take sides and you have to be adamant about whatever your thoughts are. You have to stick to them, and by hook or crook or by any ways you have to make sure that everybody gets convinced by your thoughts. That was what your write-up should be of that particular strength, that it should make the reader, it should make the examiner believe that what you are saying, it is very convincing, you truly believe it, and that is what your topic should be, either for or against. You get confused, the reader comes to know that you yourself are not able to make up your mind. Well, leaving that particular thing aside, your narrative descriptive essays, when you are supposed to describe something or narrate a particular incident, then it is moreover how it has to be an imaginative essay or it has to be a real incident. That is totally up to you and even on the topic that you are doing. But generally when it comes to the selection, you have to be very careful while making your choice. Mostly it is advised that you go for the narrative essays or the descriptive essays, but that doesn't mean that it has to be a blank and blunt description. It has to be written in such a way that it is appealing to the audience, it is appealing to the reader, and the person feels that your thoughts are your original, worked upon thoughts, and written in such a way that it becomes interesting to read, and the person is intrigued to read more and know more what you are thinking, what you want to write. So first of all, once you have selected the topic, the second important point becomes your selection of the material. As soon as in the exams you get a topic, one and the most important thing is you start grabbing and thinking about all the ideas that you think are related to that topic that you can use in your essay writing. This is not your writing time, this is basically your thinking and planning time. So planning an essay is very important. Most of the time you think, I'll just think about the topic, and I'll just whatever comes first, whatever thought, I'll just write it, and then at the end of the topic or in between the topic, you come across a particular thought that strikes your mind, and that should be right in the beginning. Either you write it there only, or at the end after the essay you write it somewhere and then make an arrow and say this is over there and here and there. You make all the arrows and the star points and the bullet points. That is basically showing the confusion and lack of proper planning. So you need to plan your material, get all the thoughts, collect them, write them a little bit about them, so somewhere in a rough, so that you have your material with you and you have the source from where you are going to choose certain points for your essay writing. That is your planning. Even a construction of a highest building or a good house is totally dependent on the planning, proper planning. Without proper plan, it will be all faulty, and you might tend to make mistakes with bringing up your thought, bringing up your topic, or whatever you want to say or explain. You will not be able to do it so effectively unless and until it is not planned properly. Next is, once you have collected all the material, the third important thing becomes your arrangement of the material. It is not that whatever came to my mind, the first thought, that has to be my first paragraph, and the second thought has to be a second paragraph. Your thought might be the same way. Your best thought might come to you at the end, while you are thinking about about the topic, various points. Suddenly at the end of the time you come across some of the points which are really very effective, impactful, and they should be the beginning, there should be the strike bang on starting. And so accordingly you decide, okay, this particular thought will be my first paragraph, the opening lines, the opening paragraph, and then the first thought will be my second point, and then the fourth point will be my third paragraph. So you need to decide on whatever the thoughts you have collected. If you have collected 10 thoughts and out of that you are using 8 different thoughts, how those 8 thoughts will be put up in the paragraph, in the essay writing, so that they are properly framed in the essay, giving a proper meaning to your essay and proper structure to your essay. That is one of the most important thing that has to be in your essay. If you are not sure about it, another important way, good way of doing that is to write an outline. In your outline, for your first thought, you can write, this will be my first point, and in the outlines, the first point, second point, third point will be just 1 or 2 line points, and that will give the reader the idea that in this particular following essay, these points will be developed into the paragraphs later onwards in the same sequence. So even you will be able to remember it while you are writing the paragraphs, while you are writing the essay. You will know that I have written the first point in the first paragraph. Now my second paragraph has to be this second point, because at times when you get nervous, when you have less time, you start doing work as fast as you can and you might miss out the paragraphs, and then thinking about it, wasting another 4-5 minutes makes no point. So once you have got the points, once you have numbered them, this will be my first point, second point, outline them, you will never forget them, and you will be using the points in the same sequence as you had decided earlier. Very properly planned essay will be written in a proper planned manner. Then next thing is your paragraphs. Your paragraphs have to be, your essay has to be divided into proper paragraphs. Paragraph does not mean your half a page paragraph or 1 page paragraph has to be there. Your paragraphs have to be, like as per the general rule, it was understood that a short essay would have 4 to 5 paragraphs, and they include the long and short both. So in the same way, your essays, in whatever number of words you are writing, 350, 400 or so, it has to have that many paragraphs, which you should have a combination of long paragraphs, short paragraphs. Short paragraphs can be of 2 lines, 3 lines, 4 lines. Long paragraph can be of 5 lines, 7 lines, 10 lines. But don't have your entire half a page or an entire page into one full paragraph. Please get out of this mindset. This is not in the school level that you think this ways. The more the number of pages I fill, the better is my essay, the more the marks I will be getting for it. No, the longer and the extra you write, the extra and more of the mistakes you tend to make, and more are the marks you are supposed to lose over there. So please keep it in mind. Your essays, a word limit is given to you for that particular reason only. So you have to concise, you have to condense your thoughts in such a way that they fill up all the space of those 300 or 400 words, and your meanings and thoughts are properly brought out through that paragraph. So here the particular thing that you have to pay attention to while you are writing the paragraphs are, they should all be related to one particular heading, and that is the heading of the essay. They should be short and long paragraphs both combined together. All the paragraphs should not be very long, all the paragraphs should not be very small. They should be a combination of both the long and short paragraphs as to develop the idea and the thought. Then remember that the first line and the last line of the paragraph should be most effective, because first line where it gives the beginning or the startup to the essay, the last line leaves a lasting impact on the reader. So these two lines have to be very, very impactful. Besides that, there must be a logical sequence of thought in your paragraphs. Each paragraph should be developing the thought further. It should not be repeating the thought again and again, saying the same thing, or you are stuck just to one thought and all the paragraphs are just talking about that particular thing itself. They should develop the idea a little bit more, talking a little bit more about that particular concept, about that particular topic, and that is how more of your knowledge will be tested, how much you know about that particular topic. Then there should be suitable connection between two paragraphs. The paragraphs can be related to the same heading, but still it can be written in such a way that the two paragraphs seem to be totally different, talking about the same point from two totally different angles. Don't do that. Your paragraphs should be written in such a way that each and every paragraph should remain as interconnected. It should look like that yes, they are a part of one and the same essay. They are not taken from two different essays, or two different people writing two different essays and two paragraphs combined together from two different pages. So it should look like that they have proper connection and related to each other, sorry. Next is, when you are writing an essay, your writing you should take great care of certain words and phrases that you are writing, and they should be the ones. You don't have to use synonyms after synonyms and the different ways you can express yourself. Whatever word you think is the best suited word to express your emotion or your thought at that moment, you should be using that particular word, not rather searching for a particular synonym for that particular word which you want to bring out through your thoughts, or you want to bring out your thoughts through various lavish words. Please don't do that. Use simple words, the words which you think are exactly the words which mean the same what you want to say. Besides that, frame your sentences in a way, in your short but clear sentences. Rather talking about a particular concept through various different long conversational sentences and through different ways of philosophical sentences, please avoid that and use straight sentences, simple sentences, so that you don't make mistakes and you exactly and impactfully write your thoughts. Writing philosophical sentences and then exceeding the limit is useless. Rather than writing to the point sentences, writing your things in short clear sentences and writing more content, that would give you better marks and that would lead to a better formation of your essay writing. Avoid all the unnecessary words. Most of you think, oh, I'll ornate my essay with the best of the words I have in my vocabulary storage and I'm going to use all my vocabulary over here only. No, that is not going to give you any marks. Many children start writing the big words. Many a times you don't know what that word exactly mean, how in different ways it can be written, what are the other words, prepositions, things that can be used along with them, how will they be used as a verb or an adjective or things. So you know the words and the proper use of those words, and still you use those words or sentences just to show that you have a knowledge of these words, doesn't give you any extra points, because there you start making more points. I might be knowing 10 different words and their meanings, but the thing is, if I don't know where and how to use those words and what relevance these words can be used, I will be obviously making mistakes if I start using them in proper paragraphs and sentences to bring out my thought, which might not be the same meaning. The word might appear to be the similar meaning, but it might be totally in a different perspective. So that is what you have to keep in mind. Use big lavish words only when you have proper knowledge of them, you know where, how to use those words, otherwise avoid them. You don't get any extra marks for the lavish and ornated English or ornated vocabulary. Besides that, be clear in what you write. If you and your sentences appear to be confusing, that simply means you are not in the correct state of mind to write a proper sentence, and that is why you have made a wrong sentence. You are not sure about your thought, or you are not able to express yourself in a proper way, and that will lead you to losing your marks over there. Be direct, be simple, and just be natural. Even in the book it says be natural means you have to use your own thoughts, your own brain strain has to be applied over there, and think about the ideas and various ways of approach to that particular topic or things, whatever is asked in the paragraph. It should be your original. Don't say that, don't start copying some particular person's or laureate's thoughts or their stories or any particular poem or chapters summary. Don't use them, because many a times I have seen many of you writing essays on your stories from Hindi or other particular poem from Hindi, or even from your literature also, or from your previous classes. Don't do that. Try doing your own original thought process, and that is something which is going to be more fruitful for you if they are properly expressed. So it has to be original thinking plus simple, short and clear sentences bringing out the meaning. So here I am giving you, as in the book with which I have certain hints for an essay writing. Please, you can even note down these particular things. They are: first, do not start writing at once. So as you get the topic, don't just decide, okay, I'm writing my essay on this topic and start writing it on it. Think about it, plan it properly. Next is, set down the various ideas that come to you. As I told you earlier, just plan all the ideas, collect all the ideas that come to your mind regarding that particular topic, and note them down somewhere in rough. They are not going to be your essay, but they are going to be your help or storage material of your thoughts for that particular essay. Select the ideas carefully. 10 different thoughts have come to you doesn't mean that your paragraph has to, or your essay has to have 10 different paragraphs for covering all those 10 points. Remove the irrelevant points that you think are not so useful for the paragraph or for your essay, and use only those points which you think are really striking, really impactful and strong points, and you need to develop them in your paragraph writing, in your essay writing. So out of 10 you can use 5 or 7 paragraphs, 7 points, and develop them into your full-fledged essay. So selection has to be done very carefully. Stick to these points. It is no use writing down so many different points and then not being able to write on them and writing something or the other. And for this, what you can do is to maintain an outline. Outline are just 2-3 points or 5-7 points that you are going to write in your essay. Below that you start your essay. So they are like the important headlines of your essay, that these are the points I am going to use in the essay. You can write outlines, and then at the bottom you can just write the first thing, essay writing, and then start the essay. So your outlines always come above or before the topic, before the essay. They don't come after the essay. They are like an introduction to any examiner, that these are the points which you will find in this essay. So they should come first. If you don't want to write an outline, it is always okay. It is not compulsory. I am just telling you for your particular benefit that you remember the points. But many a time you waste all your time writing only the outlines, writing 20-30 outlines. They are not going to fetch you any marks. They are for your proper essay writing. They are helping notes. They are not getting you any marks. So use minimum time in writing the headline outlines, and then employ all the maximum time for writing your essay through that particular outline points. Next point is arranging your ideas. Your ideas should be arranged in such a way that they are interrelated. At the same time, each paragraph develops the idea even further, whatever the topic is. Next point is divide your essay into paragraphs. Don't write 1 or 2 pages of essay just without any particular breakage. It has to have a several number of paragraphs, and paragraphs does not mean each paragraph has to be a long paragraph. It has to be a combination of long as well as short paragraph. Next is, you need to always divide your essay into 3 points, and first is the introduction, second is the body, and third is your conclusion. Your introduction and conclusion will be shorter paragraphs, and your entire body of the essay will be a combination of long and short paragraphs, as many as you want to write, the number of points that you have to develop. Next is divide your essay into 3 parts. After that, use simple words and short sentences. That is the key to proper and effective expression of your thoughts. Next is be clear as well as brief. Be interesting as well as to the point. If you deviate from your main topic and you start telling all the irrelevant stories, your essay turns out to be boring and misleading. So make sure the thoughts have to be to the point, and each and every thought has to be properly selected, that they become more interesting and makes the flavor of your essay very crisp, so that the reader enjoys reading it and reads it till the end with the same interest. Next is revise carefully what you have written. Correct all mistakes, especially you have to look after the spellings, capital letters, grammars and punctuation marks. And if you have done all these things, obviously you have written a very good composition. So accordingly you can write the composition on that particular topic, keeping all these things in mind. Now here I am giving you a particular topic related to this, and I want you to write an essay in your fair copies developing ideas on this particular topic. So you can write down the topic, the heading, and the topic for the essay is a walk by the riverside. I repeat it, a walk by the riverside. It seems to be simple, but it is a very tricky topic. Please pay attention to it. You have all the time, think over it, and then develop your ideas and write an essay. You don't have to write a very long essay on it. You can simply write an essay of 300 words on this particular topic. Then gradually we'll develop and write longer essays. So right now, a 300 words essay on the topic, a walk by the riverside. So with this, we come to the end of the module. Enjoy writing the essay, think over it. It is your assignment as well, you can say your classwork itself. So complete this, and in the next module I'll be asking you to show it to me or let me know about the essays that you have written. With this we come to the end. Thank you.